सिनेतारं भेत्तारं कर्म भूभृतां ज्ञातारं विश्वतत्त्वानां वन्दे तद्गुणलब्धये वन्दे तद्गुणलब्धये वन्दे तद्गुणलब्धये. Okay, so we all are uh, trying to be the philosophers of our own lives, and we're trying to decode what should be the philosophy of our life should be. Yes. And for this, we started diving deeper into the concept of the becoming of this world. Did it origin from somewhere? Did somebody created it? Is it creation of a creator? What is it exactly? This is what we were trying to figure out. And then we started analyzing small things which we find around us. And we started looking at this pen. We started looking at something like this paper, this book, everything. And then we found that there is literally nothing that we can see would disappear completely from its existence. We do not have means to destroy anything from scratch in this world. We cannot. Things change, and we acknowledge that we cannot also freeze things that they should not change. We cannot dictate that as well. So we cannot stop things from changing. But at the same time, we have no way to destroy things, to wipe them off completely, to destruct them completely so that even no trace of their existence remains. It's not possible. And so that it gives us this clue that what if we do not require a creator? What if the world and everything in it is self-sustaining and has always been around here in this earth, everywhere, all the elements, all the different types of things that we see today, they have always existed, not in the same form. They have been changing forever. But there was nobody who created them. They just kept on transforming. And that brought us to the definition of existence. We named existence as Sat. We called it by the name Sat. And that Sat is defined by two very important functions. Sat has two functions. The first function is that it will keep on changing. We're calling it Utpad and Vyay. So Utpad is like, how do you define change? Change always happens in two parts. One, arrival of a new form. Second, departure of the previous form. So departure of the previous form is being called Vyay. Arrival of the new form is being called Utpad. So the change will be seen from two perspectives. First perspective is that, okay, new form has emerged. Why am I calling it new? Because the older form, the previous form, it has gone now. So the departure of the old previous form, immediate previous form, is called Vyay, and the new form which has taken over it is called Utpad. In both these transitional phase, in both of these situations, in the departure of the old and the arrival of the new, the entity remains the same. So if tonight is going to be my birthday at 12 a.m. So till 11 hours, 59 minutes, 59 seconds, let's say I am 34 years old. Let's say. And after that 1 second, I am 35 years old. So this transition will happen. But I remains constant. It was I who was 14 years old. It is I who is 15 years old. It is I. I did not change. I am not healthy. And now I'm feeling better. I am strong. Now I have grown weak. So the situations are changing. Whether did I pass that test or whether did I fail that test? Did I win that game? Did I lose that game? Everything after I keeps on changing, but the I does not. So that I remaining I is called Dhrovya, and everything else is either the form of Utpad or it is in the form of Vyay. I used to be a, a child, so I still am, but that phase of child, being child, it has gone. तो वो जा चुका है. Right, everybody? Three things. उत्पाद व्यय द्रव्य. उत्पाद is rise. उत्पाद in Hindi हम उसको बोलते हैं उत्पन्न होना. So it has originated and it is not creation. वो उत्पन्न किया नहीं गया है. It has not been made. It has taken birth on its own. So Utpad is taking the new form coming up. Where is the departure of the old form? And Dhrovya is that sustaining existence which remains the same. Understood, everybody? ठीक है? Now let's do a simple exercise. Let's see, analyze how we use Utpadvaya and Dhrovya in our daily lives. Okay? Let's say somebody passes away. Okay? So let's say how people who are English, okay, who belong to the faith of Christianity, maybe, uh, how would they say if they have to intimate you that somebody has died? How would they say? What will be like their dialogue? What do they usually say?
They usually say the person is now in a better place.
In a better place. So now in a better place. So the person is. They do not say that the person is gone. Evidently, he is gone. He has died. But they are highlighting the Dravya phase and saying that he is in a better place. They're saying that, okay, not better place form has been has a Vyay. The better place departure has happened, so that is Utpad, but the person stays. He has passed away. He has not gone. He was with us. He has not gone completely. He is still there. So that being there is Dravya. He is. The person is there, but not with us anymore. Correct? But then there would be some people who will say, he is no more. The doctor would say that he is no more. How do we decode that? What is doctor saying when the doctor is saying he's no more? Can anybody help me with this? We're trying to look at different cultures and how do they treat this transition. Okay? Yes. Who will tell me when doctors see a person would say that okay, he has passed away or he is now in a better place or he has gone to the gods, whatever. So this is one way. But when I'm in hospital and I'm trying to revive a body, the doctor comes in and he says, "Oh, so please, please, he's no more. I'm really sorry." So what does it mean? How do we decode this? Anybody? Is the body not there? Body not in front of the doctor when he's saying he is no more. I'm perplexed. I'm saying कैसे नहीं है वो सामने ही तो है. He is there. He is very much there. The same person जिसको मैं लेकर आया हूँ हॉस्पिटल में आपके पास ठीक कराने के लिए. You're saying he is no more, and I'm saying all of him there lying on that bed. What is no more? ये क्या हुआ? How to make sense out of this? Isn't it a bit, you know, थोड़ा सा complicated नहीं है? आप, let's say you took one person weighing about 80 kgs in a good condition into a hospital, ठीक है? 80 kgs. उन्होंने हॉस्पिटल में वेट लिया, they did all, everything. Then he got admitted. Then his situation worsened. धीरे धीरे खराब हुआ सब कुछ. And then the weight remained constant. He's still 80 kgs. But then doctor says he's no more. So I'm saying not even single gram of that person has gone out of the hospital. Yes, Viranshi. Doctor is referring to whom? Who is no more? Everything. I brought that person with 10 fingers, 2 feet, 2 ears, 2 eyes, nose. Everything is there. Literally everything. What is no more?
Soul,
Yes, Viranshi.
the soul.
Does medical science believe in soul?
Not exactly.
How can a doctor say he is no more?
If the heart doesn't like pump a blood around the body,
So what is no more? The heart is no more.
it's like the blood doesn't give oxygen to the parts of the body. So, like to your different parts of the body. So then what the doctor says that your organs don't function. That's why.
So when they say it is no more, they say the life is no more there. So there is no more life, right? See, there is a great relationship between what we believe and how our language is framed. Okay? So if you're walking and you fall down, you say, I fell down. मैं गिर गया. We do not say मैंने खुद को गिरा दिया. I did not make myself fall down. I fell down. So I am using in a sense that I didn't do it. It's not my mistake. I fell down. You are holding a glass made up of glass and it slips from your hands and it gets broken. Who broke the glass? You'll say it slipped from my hand. So who made it slip? It slipped. I didn't do it. So what we believe consciously is actually being put up by the language we use. So, like a person who is coming from a faith which believes that okay, after death we either go to a God's place or we at least may peace be upon that person. We are in a more peaceful state. Then they will be using terms like that. In India, people will say कि हिंदी में बोलेंगे कि उनका स्वर्गवास हो गया है. Right? Have you heard this? स्वर्गवास हो गया है. What does it mean? Can anybody tell me using Utpad and Dhrovya? What does it? How to decode it? इंडिया में देखना वो या तो बोलेंगे वो शांत हो गए हैं. Right? अब शांत हो गए means what? Yes. Can anybody help me with these dialogues? Because these are very important while we are trying to figure out about what we are believing, how our beliefs are advertised by the languages we use. Okay? Yes. Vanisha, स्वर्गवास हो गया है मीनिंग व्हाट? इससे आपको सामने वाला जो व्यक्ति बात कर रहा है, द पर्सन इज टेलिंग यू दैट he has gone to heavens. What does it tell you about his beliefs? Yes, Vanisha.
That person believes that there are four gati, and his soul went to
Gatis?
the other
How,
one.
how do you know that four gatis he believes in? What if he only believes in Swarg? Because everybody is going to Swarg. Nobody says उनका नरकवास हो गया है. Yes, nobody says that, okay? So maybe in there, like no matter what you have done in your entire life, if you're dying, congratulations. As per Indian traditions, you're going to Swarg, right? So Swargvas ho gaya. So they believe in Swarg. Let's keep it simple, not like believe that they're also believing in other three gatis. So they believe in Swarg. Also, is there something more which they believe in? When you're saying कि वो स्वर्ग चले गए, so we know that they believe in Swarg. What else?
They believe in like reincarnation or like rebirth.
Rebirth, reincarnation, two things. Yes, one more thing very important. What is important for you to take reincarnation or have rebirth?
They
That like
believe
there's a soul or something that doesn't die, then changes like state.
Yes. So if you have to explain transition, it is a condition of transition that there should be an underlying reality which should not pass away. You cannot talk about change without talking about a constant which undergone the change. Okay, I'll tell you, this is my office. This is my office, and now I redesign it. Okay, everything changes from colors to furniture to artifacts, everything changes. And then I will say we have renovated it. So I'm talking about change. But that change can change if I have to say that I have done renovation. The condition for that renovation is that this change must happen at this very place. I cannot buy another property, do some furniture work there, and then say, this is my renovated office. No, that's your new office. You have changed the address. That's not renovated office. It is this, it's not the same. So if I have to say the change, that if we meet again, Dhruv, and I say, Dhruv, you look a bit taller. So, what does it mean? Dhruv has to be constant between the Dhruv which I met last time and the Dhruv I am meeting this time. To acknowledge change, every change requires a constant. So, between Dhruv being a little bit more taller than what he was a year back, I need Dhruv to be there. I cannot see Yash and say, oh, Dhruv, you look taller by looking at Yash. No, if I have to tell about the length of the body which is increased, if I have to use that, I have to have a constant, correct? So the change will all administered on the same thriving entity. समझ में आ रहा है? Let's say I had the fever of 102 degrees. ठीक है, you use thermometer, मेरे को बुखार है, I'm actually boiling, and then you use the thermometer again, and now the fever has gone up to 103. So you cannot check thermometer on my parents to find out कि मेरा कितना fever ठीक हुआ या कितना बढ़ गया. I am that constant. यदि 102 डिग्री मेरा था, so whether it has gone down or up, for that you'll have to check it on me only. So the change will require a constant. समझ में आई बात, everybody? And therefore, when defining a reality, the reality has two important aspects. First department is of change, because change is inevitable. It's so much visible, apparent. We all can see it. हम सब बदल रहे हैं. No matter how badly we do not want to change, we are changing. We are changing constantly. आप सबको अभी अच्छा लग रहा है बिकॉज आप लोग बड़े हो रहे हो. फिर एक पॉइंट आएगा जब आपको लगे आप ज्यादा बड़े हो रहे हैं, आप रुक जाते हैं. राइट? एंड सो यू वुड वांट टू नॉट ग्रो एनी मोर, बट देन you cannot stop it from changing. Correct? So the change is very much visible, very much apparent. It cannot be controlled. तो change को तो acknowledge करना पड़ेगा. But often when we are looking at the change is so spectacularly vibrant, वो इतना अच्छे से visible होता है कि हम उसको देखते देखते घबरा जाते हैं. We get scared कि यार सब कुछ बदल रहा है. And we totally forget about this fact that change cannot happen without an underlying object which is never changing. वो कहलाता है ध्रुव, वो कहलाती है ध्रुवता. So a person who is scared of change has forgotten to acknowledge the existence of the constant part. So even if everything changes, at the same time, nothing changes. What has changed in you in last 1 year? Everything and nothing. Understood? So how the reality is being defined? Utpad, Vyay, Dhrovya, Yuktam, Sat. समझ में आया? किसी को इसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम है? You have any difficulty that you're facing? Because it's a beautiful thing to know. यदि कुछ बदल रहा है तो हमें घबराना नहीं है कि अरे सब बदल रहा है. We have to quickly recall, अच्छा किस में बदल रहा है? The change is happening in what? तो जिसमें बदल रहा है क्या वो बदल रहा है? Does that change in which change is happening? That no. तो if that does not change, then फिर क्या बदल रहा है? Your outlook towards that change suddenly becomes different. Yes, everybody. ठीक है. So if you tell me that that person has gone and he's no more, I'm a bit afraid, I'm a bit scared. So you know what happened when Ravan kidnapped Sita? Okay, Sita was not found. And what Ram found was this bird Jatayu, right? You know, Ramayana सुना है थोड़ा थोड़ा पता है ना, Jatayu the bird who fought with Ravan while Ravan was abducting Sita, उनको लेके जा रहे थे. Yes, everybody. Yes or no, सबको पता है. Be a story everybody knows, right? So when Ram met Jatayu in that state where he was about to die, okay, तो उन्होंने उसको गोदी में बिठाला, उससे पूछा, and then Jatayu told कि ठीक है, somehow he said कि वो गए हैं वहां पर. So you know, first thought when Sita was not found there, first thought was, is she okay or has she died? See, there are two things. Knowing that somebody has gone and knowing that somebody is missing are two different things. If somebody is missing, you know that, okay, he's not here, but at least he's somewhere. And you'll keep on searching for that person. But if you're made to believe that, okay, that person is no more, you will not search for that person. You'll be shattered. You'll just believe in mourn then. Yes, everybody. ठीक है, तो दो चीजें हैं. एक, किसी चीज का गुम जाना, और एक किसी चीज का खत्म हो जाना. These two are very different things. When something is missing, you do not start worrying about the non-existence of this thing. आप उस समय क्या करते हो? आप रोने नहीं लगते हो, आप ढूंढते हो. You start searching for it. It does not make you sad. It makes you on a mission कि ठीक है, let me find out. Why should I cry? गुमाई तो है ना, I'll find it out. समझ में आया? लेकिन जब कोई चीज आपको पता पड़ गया खराब हो गई है, then you start feeling sad. तब दिक्कत हो जाती है. तो यहां पर भगवान महावीर स्वामी हमसे बोल रहे हैं कि आप थोड़ा रिलैक्स हो जाओ. यदि कुछ भी हो गया है, इवन इफ समथिंग इज नॉट वर्किंग इन योर फेवर, इफ यू हैव लॉस्ट समथिंग, कोई चीज खराब हो गई है, कोई आपका बहुत नियर एंड डियर वन इज गॉन, डू नॉट थिंक दैट दे हैव गॉन कंप्लीटली. वो कहीं दूर चले गए हैं. दैट डज नॉट मीन दैट दे आर लॉस्ट. द मोमेंट राम केम टू नो अबाउट कि नहीं सीता लंका गई है, ही वॉज अ बिट रिलैक्स कि ठीक है चलो, शी इज, इट इज अब वो है, तो देन वी कैन फाइंड आउट कि हाउ टू फाइंड हर. अंडरस्टूड एवरीबडी? सिमिलरली यदि कोई जाता है हमसे दूर, हमें इंस्टेड ऑफ सॉरो में डूबने के कि कहाँ चले गए, वी शुड रादर थिंक, ओके, wherever they are, they must be, because they have had a good life over here. They have had good deeds over here. Wherever are they should be happy, and we wish that they find the right path to lead a better life. बराबर. पर ऐसा रुदन, ऐसा शोक, ऐसा बहुत डिप्रेशन में आ जाना किसी के जाने पर, ये तत्वज्ञ लोगों को, दोज हु नो अबाउट द वेरी नेचर ऑफ सत, उत्पाद, व्यय, द्रव्य, दे डू नॉट हैव इट. सो इट इज द लग्जरी ऑफ नोइंग द वेरी नेचर. ठीक है. एक पंडित बनारसी दास जी हमारे यहाँ हुए, वेरी फेमस पोएट, एंड ही रोट दिस वन ब्यूटिफुल थिंग while डिफाइनिंग धर्म. What he say? He said, what डू यू कॉल सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन? उनसे किसी ने पूछा कि अनुभव, सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन, आत्मानुभव क्या होता है, टू एक्सपीरियंस योर सेल्फ. ही सेज, वस्तु विचारत ध्यावते. वस्तु यानी कि रियलिटी, विचारत ध्यावते. व्हाइल आई एम contemplating the nature of reality, which is utpad, व्यय and dravya. This is the nature. वस्तु विचारत ध्यावते, मन पावे विश्राम. Your mind comes to rest. It stops running. It stops, it's very easily provocative. Your mind is. You can be made fall into the pit of worry very easily. थोड़ी सी देर में किसी को कैसे भी परेशान किया जा सकता है. तो पंडित बनारसी दास जी कहते थे आपको परेशान नहीं होना है, तो व्हाट शुड यू डू? वस्तु विचारत ध्यावते, Man pave Vishram. The moment you recall this concept of Utpad Vyay Dhrovya, Dravya Gun Paryay, your mind automatically makes peace with the outer reality. And then what does it do? It encourages you to dive deeper inside rather than looking out. So ras swadat sukh upje anubhav yako naam. So when you are rest assured by the outer reality that it is going to take care of itself, then only you can be relieved from outside responsibility and pay complete attention to your inner self. Okay, so I'll take a break over here. Now these are three words: Utpad, Vyay, Drovya. Okay, three words. These words are they can be called, इनको हम बोलेंगे जिनवाणी की भाषा में, ये बीज शब्द हैं. They are like seeds. आपको यदि ये थ्री वर्ड्स अच्छे से समझ में आ गए, all the concepts of philosophy will now originate from these three words. ठीक है? Okay. Kya I am saying these are three, like Sat is the seed. So saying about Sat is called Satya. In the truth, Sach, truth. संस्कृत में क्या कहा जाता है? उसको ट्रुथ को बोलते हैं हिंदी में सत्य. क्या बोलते हैं? सत्य. Satymev Jayate. You must have seen the emblem of India. Satya ki hi jeet. You know, the victory should be always be of truth. Right? So in Sanskrit, truth is called Satya. And how, why it is called Satya? So Sat is what exists. जो है उसको बोलेंगे सत. और जो है उसे कहना उसको बोलेंगे सच. समझ में आई बात? What is truth? जैसा है वैसा कहना. What is lying? जैसा नहीं है वैसा कहना. तो असत जो नहीं है वो कहना उसको बोलते हैं असत्य. और जैसा है सत, व्हाट इज, उसको कहना उसको बोलते हैं सत्य, जो हमारा उत्तम सत्य धर्म है. सो दैट धर्म ओरिजिनेट्स, इट हैज इट्स रूट्स फ्रॉम दिस वेरी वर्ड कॉल्ड सत. तो सत इज द सीड on which the entire tree of Jain philosophy has originated from. तो सत नाम का शब्द is the seed. So what is the seed we are going to use now to build this philosophy? We'll be calling it the seed of Sat. And whatever will be emerging or coming out of it would be called truth or Satya. Okay, simple. So for beginning level, now we are compartmentalizing the Dravya. Okay, just two words I'm introducing which you guys already know. What is Sat? Sat, whatever exists is called Sat. ओके, जो कुछ भी है उसको क्या बोलेंगे? सत. ठीक है. और जो कुछ भी होता है, व्हाट इज इट्स नेचर? इट चेंजेस yet remains constant. So we are saying Utpad, Vyay, Drovya, Yuktam, Sat. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. All this holy trinity, they lie in this one very substance. Okay, fine. ठीक है. So now we are compartmentalizing. हम क्या करेंगे अब? जो इसमें उत्पाद और व्यय है ना, which is change, we are calling it, change will be referred to as पर्याय. हम change को बोलेंगे पर्याय. क्या बोलेंगे हम change को? पर्याय. हम change को क्या बोलेंगे? पर्याय. We'll be calling it पर्याय. ठीक है. और जो इसकी कॉन्स्टेंसी है, जो रुका हुआ है, जो नहीं बदल रहा है, हम इसको बोलेंगे गुण. क्या बोलेंगे? गुण. ओके. गुण जो नहीं बदल रहा है, विच रिमेन्स कांस्टेंट, विल बी कॉलिंग इट एट्रीब्यूट, गुण. और जो बदल रहा है, तो द्रव्य के पास तीन चीजें थी: उत्पाद, व्यय, द्रव्य. उसमें से उत्पाद व्यय को मोटा मोटा हमने बोल दिया दैट दिस इज द फंक्शन ऑफ पर्याय. एंड व्हाट सस्टेन्स, व्हाट रिमेन्स द सेम, हम उसको बोल रहे हैं गुण. ओके. And the summation, the addition of Parim Gun will constitute the Dravya. सत बन जाएगा। तो आई कैन ऑल्सो से पर्याय प्लस गुण इज इक्वल टू द्रव्य। यस, सो कम्स अ सूत्र गुण पर्याय व द्रव्यम. So there are three sutras which define reality. The first is Sat Dravya Lakshanam. The first sutra is what? I'll share the screen. These three sutras are to be remembered by everyone, okay? Okay, the first sutra is Sat Dravya Lakshanam. Existence defines substance. So anything that is a substance. Okay? Second, what is Sat? Utpad Vyay Dhrovya Yuktam Sat. So anything that undergoes change yet remains constant. So the origination, destruction, and permanence. All these three things are found in a substance. Then it is called Sat. ठीक है? Fine. So can I reframe it? Can we change the vocabulary for this? Yes. Okay. So what remains permanent is called guna, and what changes is called paryay, and what is called dravya. तो सत को हम बोलेंगे द्रव्य, उत्पाद व्यय को बोलेंगे पर्याय, और ध्रुवता को बोलेंगे गुण. So the sutra becomes गुण पर्याय व द्रव्यम. We are talking about the same substance. It's just that we are using different names. Okay? वो ही सत है. उस सत के उत्पाद व्यय होता है, उसको ही पर्याय कहते हैं. और उस सत की बहुत सारी क्वालिटीज हैं, उसके गुण हैं. हम उस ध्रुवता को उनकी गुण कह रहे हैं. अंडरस्टूड थ्री सूत्रास? ये जैन फिलॉसफी के फंडामेंटल सूत्र हैं और ये हम सबको याद होने चाहिए. वेरी सिंपल सूत्रास. सद्रव्य लक्षणम द्रव्ययुक्तम सत गुण पर्याय व द्रव्यम. ओके, सो द सेंट्रल सूत्र बिकम्स गुण पर्याय व द्रव्यम. द्रव्य गुण और पर्याय वाला होता है. A substance possesses attributes as well as its different forms or modes or modifications. और पर्याय. ठीक है? एनी क्वेश्चन? किसी को इसमें कुछ पूछना है? कुछ नहीं पूछना है? I think this is something that you guys already know. Correct? What we don't know is how to apply it to our daily lives. ठीक है, हम घबरा जाते हैं अलग अलग चीजों से. We have many desires, we have many emotions, we have many fears. ये सब, the more you will think about द्रव्य गुण पर्याय of substances, the more it will settle down, and this we'll be looking at in the next session जब हम अब इनका constitution decide करेंगे. Okay? Do you have anything to ask? Please ask. No? ठीक है, we'll stop here. I hope this is fairly simple. यहां तक सबको अच्छे से समझ में आ गया है. ये 5 शब्द हैं जो हम सबके दिमाग में एकदम बस जाने चाहिए. सत, एग्जिस्टेंस. इस सत से ही हम द्रव्य को डिफाइन कर रहे हैं. तो सत और द्रव्य. सत के 3 अलग अलग फेजेस, उत्पाद व्यय द्रव्य. उसमें से उत्पाद और व्यय को हम बोल रहे हैं पर्याय, और जो कांस्टेंट रहता है दी क्वालिटीज, हम उसको बोल रहे हैं गुण. तो गुण और पर्याय मिलकर बनाएंगे द्रव्य को. ठीक है? तो मेरी हाइट बदलेगी, मेरा वेट बदलेगा, बट मेरा नाम नहीं बदलेगा. तो मेरा नाम रिमेन्स द्रव्य, बट माय हाइट, माय वेट, इट चेंजेस. करेक्ट? तो ये जो बदल रहा है वो पर्याय है, जो रुका हुआ है वो मेरी क्वालिटी है. ओके एवरीबॉडी? ठीक है, चलो लेट्स स्टॉप हियर. Should do Jinwani Stuti directly.
Anybody has question? Okay. Then we can do Janwani Stuti. Yes, over to you. निज निधि
निज निधि निज में बताई, यह अनंत उपकार है. उसके लिए छिन्नवाणी माँ को पार है. उसके लिए छिन्नवाणी माँ को वंदना शत बार. 9 times. जय जिनवाणी माता की जय हो। जैन धर्म की जय
जय
हो।
हो।
जय जिनेन्द्र everyone.
जय
Thank
जिनेन्द्र।
you. Thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.